Okay guys, real quick, I just want to say this video is going to be all over the place, but some of the key concepts that I went over was, first of all, like what does the budget build look like, and then kind of my farming strategy with diversified income so that you can make money to get out of the budget zone, um, and then what do I do now in the end game. So yeah, we talk about all those things. It's a little all over the place because while I was recording the part for the budget uh, build, I actually got a message from a friend who wanted me to come kill his Awakener on A8. So I went and did that with the budget gear. So I didn't plan on that, so it's just gonna be spliced in the middle of the video. I hope you guys can follow. Maybe watch it on like 1.5 or 1.75 times speed. Might be better. um, Alright guys, enjoy the video. Alright guys, I was just buying some gear to do um, a video on the budget build uh, for Power Siphon KB Wander while playing a Deadeye, and I thought this would be like I wasn't planning on starting the video until I had all this budget gear, but I thought this would be a good learning moment on how to get good gear for cheap. So I was just on PoTrade, and you know, I'm just looking for a shield. It needs to have life on it, spell damage, and I just needed fire res because I'm replacing my actual shield that I use on my min-maxed gear. So I just search, and then the first result I sort by life, while having spell damage, 55. That's like tier 5 or something, tier 4. So then I just sorted by life, and I see this one here for 7C. So you look at it, and there's some pretty bad rolls like this mana regen, right? And then this energy shield, where it's absolutely useless for us. But we can utilize harvest crafting to make this 7C into something way more usable for our build. So if you press Alt, you'll see the tags on here. This energy shield has the defense tag, so we can actually remove that prefix and just craft on a different prefix. So a different prefix we might want to craft is maybe some flat evasion rating or some hybrid life to get a higher life roll, and that will be infinitely better than this energy shield. So we can actually remove a random defense and add a random defense modifier, and that will give us either like hybrid life or some sort of evasion, just by using one of these remove defense. So we're going to turn the 7C shield into something that is worth more to us for our build. And again, this craft is pretty much free, and we're not guaranteed to get anything good here, but we'll at least try to reroll this energy shield. Okay, so we got percent energy shield. Obviously, pretty bad, but we'll go ahead and try to roll it again. And again, like I was saying, this isn't guaranteed. It's just a way, kind of, if you can see some gear, we'll just try to make it better. So I did a remove add. Let's just straight up remove it, and then we'll just go ahead and craft on it. This is probably better anyways. So we'll just go ahead and remove a random defense mod. Oh, item level too high. My bad. Let me grab a different one. Remove a defense. Awesome. These are high enough item level. My bad. I was doing this kind of impromptu, and I guess this will like segue into the video as well. I pretty much have all the gear that I was planning on using. Okay, we'll just remove the energy shield. Head back to the hideout. Now we can craft on our hybrid life, like evasion life for 2 alks, So there we go. We have evasion life, and all in all, the shield looks pretty good. We have a ton of res. The mana regeneration isn't great, but we can't really target it. So let me just color this correctly. I hit it with a few of these, I guess. Might as well. Alright, let's get it to 2 green, 1 blue. Actually, a cool trick for off-coloring items like this is to use sockets. So you go to 2 sockets, and then you do 2 green, and then you add the 3rd socket. So now we have our 2 green, 1 blue. Let's link only the green ones, and then let's go ahead and swap all of our all of our gear over, and we'll just go and do the budget build. I'm also going to talk about how to make money, so you don't have to be on a budget build forever. I got a new shroud because my shroud is GG double corrupted. So we'll go ahead and just replace all these. I hope I got the right colors. Yeah, I did. Replace that. Put these back in here. Yeah, so I'll talk about how to diversify our income. So that means having multiple streams of revenue. Okay, so we won't be able to use Wand Slinger because we don't have the mana reservation. You would probably want to use an Enlighten if you're going to use a shield without mana reservation on it. Anyway, so how do you go from just poverty, like being on a budget build like this? You know, you can 5-link this using a harvest craft that you get almost every time you harvest a blue field. You'll get a 5-link craft pretty much. So this wand is 1C, the shield we just saw was 7C plus a miscellaneous craft or 2. These are 1C for 2 sockets, maybe 3, 4C. And then just some rings with res, and if you have a good base, you can get crit chance, you can get elemental damage. An amulet, you want to get life, res on there. If you can get a pen amulet, I'm not sure how much they go for right now, but just do that. Keep in mind, harvest crafting is super powerful. You can target things like lightning damage to attacks and lightning pen. These 2 mods are guaranteed on a crusader amulet with all suffixes blocked. There's only 2 lightning mods you can get. There might be more, but they're all pretty good, I think. So if you aug lightning on a suffix blocked crusader amulet, you're pretty often going to get flat lightning damage and lightning pen, and then hit it with some catalyst, and all of a sudden you have a decent amulet. Same with the rings. This ring right here, 6 lightning mods. You just aug lightning, aug lightning, aug lightning on a crusader diamond ring, and you'll get something similar. Maybe the tiers will be slightly different, but virtually, if you have the crafts, it virtually costs you nothing except the base. Cool. So we're using 1, 2, 3, 4. We're using like 6 2C items, and we're going to try to clearing some maps. Let's just grab a random. I don't know. I guess we'll do a burial chambers map. The boss is kind of rippy. Another thing. Oh, let me go into game capture just for the gameplay. Another thing to kind of focus on early in the league, and even this kind of extrapolates further into the league as well. A lot of people will just like grab a map and like alk it or something, and they'll try to like run the map, right? And they're like, oh, why am I not getting exalt drops? Why am I getting no map returns? You need to make your maps work for you, and you need to use currency to make your maps better. That's the whole point of Poe. There's no gold that is traded in Poe as a currency, right? These items you're supposed to use. Like, these aren't only for trading. Like, you can use chisels, you can use alchemies, you can use chaos orbs to reroll your maps when you get bad mods. You can use vol orbs to corrupt them. You need to start using currency on your maps so that you get higher returns. Even sextants. So I usually go around and I just put sextants on what I'm running. So I know burial chambers, is haywork. So might as well just throw some sextants on it. That will just help you out. These drop all the time. Just go and throw them on your map. And if you have master missions, use those. If you have infused things, use those. I think 8% quant is better than anarchy, though, in my opinion. So another thing I do is I have a fragment tab with just a ton of fragments. These give 5% quant each. Throw those in there. It's not. I could reroll this map, get it to like better quant, better pack size, whatever. But I'm just trying to show the build, and I'm not sure if I could do a super juiced up map. So we'll just do a partially juiced up Ironheart map. Oh wait, I forgot I can't use Spell Slinger. Okay, we'll just run the map, and then after I want to talk about how I make money and how to kind of not. You don't want to use these budget items forever, right? So I'll talk about how to get out of the budget region. So you can see I'm on like hyper budget gear, all 1C, bought that shield for 7C, and this is a burial chambers with Awakener 8. And as you can see, like, we're still clearing the map. I'm probably not even resistance capped. Oh, I'm barely resistance capped actually. So yeah, if there was something like elemental weakness on this map, I would probably re-roll it, because with this gear, don't have the highest life or resistances. Awesome. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty comfortable. We don't really get hit by anything. Like, our evasion's high enough where we don't get hit, and we're chilling mobs, so their attack speed and just their movement threshold is way down. Oh, we got a map there. And we'll pick up seeds. So as far as mapping goes with budget gear, I mean, this is tier 14 or tier 15, sorry, with 5 fragments, 4 sextants, and oh, see, I almost died there, getting a little sketchy. But evasion builds are really nice to play as long as you just move. You just gotta keep moving. Most projectiles you're gonna dodge. Most white mobs who are hitting you, you're just gonna evade. Or we even have a shield, so we have some innate block chance. We have phase acro. We have a lot of defensive layers. It's just you have to keep moving and don't get hit by ground effects like volatile dead or anything like that. Let's check out the single target. Killed the boss. Got some stuff. Now the headhunter feels bad. Just kill these. So we pretty much full cleared the map. We'll go back. Cool. So I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about how I make money and how you go from using a Piscators and a 10C shield to using, you know, a mirrored wand and a mirror-worthy shield. So Cyrus ready? Okay, I think my friend has a Cyrus for me that I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna do it on budget gear for a video. Okay, we're gonna do. This is kind of convenient. My friend, I put in my tags. Let me kill your Cyrus for you, so I can get this. End game grind challenge. So we're gonna kill Cyrus on budget gear, and we're using budget gear. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this in the video, but I'm using 1C wand, the shield that we sniped for 7C, 1C gloves, 5C boots. So, oh, I also didn't change my Pantheon, so we'll see how this goes. I'm also not using a Bottle of Faith, which is best in slot instead of that, but this costs 7 or 8x, so we're not going to use that. We're just going to use Dying Sun. It's mandatory. Unfortunately, there's no budget replacement for this. This build scales really heavy off added projectiles. So we're going to go ahead and try. I need to turn sound up for dialogue cues. And we're going to try Cyrus on budget gear. This is Act 8, or A8. And our damage is going to be really low, but we'll try. So we're just going to get Fenty charges up here. Get behind him. So this is realistic damage that you could expect if you're playing on some 1C unique items. Let's dodge the Starfall there. Keep our Frenzy charges up. Cool, so we phase 1'd him. So when you phase him, name of the game is just dodge projectiles. Don't get hit by ground effects, especially since I forgot to take this Pantheon. It's going to be quite sketchy. Obliteration is a lot of ground effects. Dodge those, and we just have to get under him. Okay, we have to dodge these stars that are coming in. Dodge this. Okay, we're getting kind of unlucky because we can't really get under him when he's sitting in the vortex like that. Okay, we can probably get under him here. We're gonna get We're gonna get frenzy charges up by using Kinetic Blast, and then we're gonna get frenzy. Die laser. Let's get our damage down. It's getting kind of hairy, but it is a Cyrus on about 3x worth of gears, so. So you really want to stay inside the circle. If you go outside, he'll spawn another vortex, which is not what we want. So we phased him again, I believe. Or we're pretty close. Yep, there's the phase. Oh, good thing we evaded that. That would have been sketchy. Something that is mandatory if you're going to do a Cyrus like this, and maybe it's not budget, but a corrupted blood jewel like this will cost you around 100 C. It doesn't need any stats on it. All it needs is corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. That's just so you don't get hit by corrupted blood that he applies. That was bad gameplay for me right there. And again, we're just going to try to get under him when possible. Oh, let's dodge these stars. Okay, we're under him here. Respawn Golem. Get frenzy charges. I'm not sure where he is, so I'm just going to use dash a few times. Oh, he's over here. Okay, a maze phase. Let's get frenzy back up. Not sure where he is. Here he is. And what really helps is staying close to him. You can change angle much faster than he can channel his abilities. So right when you see his hand move, we just kind of do a quick 180 rotation around him. And now we're on the last phase. As you can see, it's pretty comfortable if you dodge. If you know the fight, you shouldn't have a problem. Okay, we're really stuck here, so let's just get out. That's not worth staying in. Let's dodge that. Oh man, it's getting kind of hairy. We really just got to get under him though. Alright, finally. We don't have any health flask charges though because we forgot to take the Pantheon. It's fine though, let's get frenzy charges up. Last phase, we're probably gonna die. I'm predicting a death here. I'm definitely predicting. Okay, when he does this is free damage period. Oh, die laser, let's dodge that. I think he's this one. Yep, he was that one. I don't know where he is, so let's not get hit by lasers. Oh yeah, we took it out there. Head back in. Let's put precision on, but not one slinger. Yeah, one death is probably expected there, in my opinion. Okay, let's. Oh, he teleported us to him for free. Okay, I think he's this one. Oh, he was over here slightly. Oh, die laser, get behind him. Wow, this is a really hard maze. We might not get it. We got it, okay. He's this one, I think. Whoa. Getting really sketchy. Sorry I'm not talking much, kind of focusing. Again, this is not optimal. You don't want to do a Cyrus on 3x worth of gear. I don't know which one he is, so we're just going to guess. Okay, he's over here. Don't know where he is. And he casted die laser. This is more just to show that it's possible, and with good mechanics, maybe you die once, maybe I die again, who knows. Decently easy maze. Oh, die laser. He's this one. Let's not stand close to him though. I actually don't know where he is. Okay, we kind of guessed right. We should culling strike him pretty soon. Nice, and we got Awakener's Orb and gloves. Awesome. resuming back from that Cyrus kill that we just did. You probably watched it. I just kind of spliced it in the video somewhere. Now that you know it can kill a Cyrus, yeah, it takes some work, but you know it's possible. I'm gonna talk about how to get money, how to get upgrades, and what to look for in your upgrades that you're getting. Let me just go D&D. Sorry. So what you're gonna do to make money, in my opinion, is we're gonna farm Cyrus, like you just saw. Maybe not A8, maybe like A6 or A7. It'll be slightly easier. But to farm Cyrus, basically you need to spawn conquerors. So you see these influence zones. You spawn them by running uninfluenced zones. So, say for example I didn't have any conquerors spawned, you would just run turns end, any map. You run it to 1 to 3 times, and when you're running the map, you'll see like a big explosion, and when you look at your atlas, the turns end will now turn a color. It'll either be blue, green, red, yellow, and you'll know that the conqueror is there. Once a conqueror is there, you're going to, oh, I just took a watch down now. You're going to, say for example, we're in Haywork, you're going to run this many maps. So 3, 6, 7, 8, plus the first map that you do to spawn the conqueror counts. So you're going to run 8 maps in Haywork Hamlet. How do you know if a map is in Haywork? You go down here, type in Haywork. If you have a map tab, this is easier, but I choose not to use mine. So you see this ball pyramid is in Haywork, this Coliseum is in Haywork, and it's very important that you do tier 14 or above. You can't do, for example, this Lex Proxima tier 2 map when you're trying to do Conqueror progression. I'll actually show you real quick. It will say, gives you a nice little warning, the tier of this map is too low to progress the Conqueror track. The Conqueror track meaning just kind of these circles or squares we have to fill in. Cool, so once you have this completely filled in, you're going to come talk to Kirik, and he's going to tell you where the Conqueror is. He's going to be hiding on one of these maps. It doesn't really matter which map it's on. You're going to go talk to Zana, and you're going to say, take me to Al-Hazmin's Citadel, and she'll take you there, and you're going to run the map. It'll just be a white map, super easy to clear. You're going to kill the map boss as usual, and then a portal will open, and you're going to hop in the portal, and you're going to kill the Conqueror. If you watch my speedrun, you'll see this in practice. The whole running the Conqueror thing. I have a video killing all 4 conks and Cyrus in a little under 8 minutes, so you can watch that if you're confused on how the fight plays out. So that's one thing, but like I said, you want to diversify your incomes. You don't just want to be farming Cyrus, and the reason is it's very dependent on the market. If Conqueror's Exalted Orbs start to drop suddenly because, I don't know, Harvest Crafting is adding influence too easily, or just the prices drop because someone buys them all out, or, I mean, there's just many things. You don't want that to be your only source of income. If it is, it's not a big deal. If you play casually, you can do a few Cyruses a day, maybe like 1 an hour or so. But you really do want more income flows. So another great one is seeds. So I don't know about you, but I really hate this league mechanic, barring the crafting. I love the crafting, right? But I hate this micromanagement Factorio style where you're kind of coming over here and planting seeds and then harvesting and saving all the crafts. Like, these seeds have probably been planted for days now, and I just don't mess with the league mechanic. Instead, I sell these seeds for way more than what they're worth to people who actually care about the league mechanic. So if I head over to like a Discord, let me not leak my DMs. Okay, if you go over to there's Discord called, how do I bring it over here? There's a Discord called the Forbidden Trove. If you search it up, you should find it. If not, here's an invite code. Feel free to type that in. What you do is you head on over to Bulk Trades, Harvest Softcore wanting to sell, and you'll see people are selling. Let's see, let's find some bulk seed sellers. So this guy is selling seeds in bulk for about, this is the price here in Chaos. A seed can go from, I don't know, 0.5 to up to almost 2C, with some being worth a little more. And you see this guy's selling all of his seeds for 7x, and if you do a quick count here, you'll see like a total is 1334 for 7x, and this will sell it, and I've done this I've probably sold 10 batches or so for 8x plus. So if you look at my seeds here, I have 1318 plus 861 plus 823. 861 plus 823. This is 3,000 seeds. And if 1338 sell for 7x, then you can imagine that almost triple that amount sells for almost triple the x, right? And it does. I've sold, well, maybe not exactly triple. I've sold batches of 3,000 seeds for 15x plus, and I got all these seeds just today doing about 5 or 6 Cyrus rotations. And you get seeds from just running maps, and it's very important that they're 81 plus. The lower tier seeds just won't sell, just with the current market. You need 81 plus, or even 80 would work. So how do you get seeds? We'll quickly chisel up a map, and we'll show you how to get seeds. I'm sure you've played the league, so you probably know how to get seeds, but just quickly, we're going to be running maps anyways, right? Like spawning Alzamine alone requires running 9 maps, right? That is 9 seed caches. A seed cache on average gives 24 seeds. And if we have to run, the average to spawn Cyrus is about 28 maps. That's to get the Conqueror influence and then to finish the Conqueror track. If that's for all 4, total 28 maps. So if we're doing 28 times 24, this is how many seeds we can expect to get from one Cyrus rotation. 672. So if 672 and they sell for about 0.8 C each, we'll get about 537 C from one rotation. 537 divided by, I think X right now are 156. We're gonna make 3.5X just from grabbing seeds while we're doing our, like as a side quest, right? While we're doing our Cyrus farming. So we'll quickly hop in here. I'm still on budget gear, by the way, so this map clear is very comparable to what you'll be seeing. I'll even take my MTX off so it doesn't look like inflated damage, or I don't know, extra effects, I guess. So we'll take the MTX off. Oh, I forgot my Quicksilver. I was bossing with Cinder Swallow on. I was like, why am I so slow? So we're just gonna run the map as usual. And what's great about this kind of method of diversifying your profits is that you actually get to play the game. You actually get to enjoy your fast clear speed builds. You don't just sit in your hideout the whole game, which I enjoy. I like playing the game. Cool. So we're just gonna run through until we find the seed cache. We're gonna skip Cassia, it's a waste of time. Alright, so here's the seed cache, and we got 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 11 is 29, plus 7. So we got 36 seeds there, which is, it's about 40% above the average. So if you think about it, 36 seeds, and if they're priced at 0.8 each, which, trust me, I've sold at this price, I just made 28 seed from clicking that seed cache. And it's important that you can't just sell those 36 seeds. You actually have to sell them in bulk. So I didn't make 28 seed, but I've made a portion to go towards a larger bulk, which is equal to 36 seed. Because no one's gonna buy 36 seeds at once. They're gonna buy 3,600 at once, right? So now we've got our seeds. We completed the side objective. The main objective is killing the boss. As you can see, the single target on budget gear is pretty good. Now we go back to the hideout. So if you're doing that, and see, I didn't even have my Quicksilver on for half that map. If you're really going for clear speed there, you can do each map in under a minute, and that was 28C in under a minute, right? Just from our side quest. And we're gonna end up selling all these for over 15x for a lot of 3,000, right? So that's a form of income. Farming Cyrus, he has each Conqueror, each green, blue, red, yellow Conqueror has a 20% chance of dropping either an Exalted Orb or a awakened gem. So including Cyrus, that is 5 total fights with 20% chance. On average, each rotation, you're going to get 1 Exalt or 1 Awakened Orb. That ranges from 1.5x to 4x. So, and you could do, I'm pretty optimized at it. I can do a full rotation in about 45, maybe 30 minutes. With the boss fights only taking 7 minutes, as you saw in my video. So I've gotten it down where I can make, let's say 1.5 to 4, we'll take like 2.5 or 2x average in half an hour, plus the side quest. Realistically, you can make 8, 9, 10 exalts an hour, and this isn't using any cheese strats like fracturing maps with 6 players and a headhunter. There's nothing cheesy here. You're just playing the game intelligently, diversifying your income to the point where you have multiple revenue streams, and that will allow you to upgrade your gear. If you do one full day, and say you're really slow, you do about 3 Cyrus rotations a day, right? That's 3 times the average 2x, that's 6x plus the seeds that you're getting on the side. You can make 10x a day easily. And I do make that easily. I started today really, really poor because I was investing in some jewels, and I was buying double corruptions for this shroud. I think I did 4 or 5, so and I bought some crafts to make some other stuff. So yeah, I was pretty poor today. I think I've made 20x, and I've been playing for a few hours, so it's really not too hard using this method. And that's all I wanted to talk about. The next section, it'll probably be just abruptly spliced in here. We'll be talking about like what gear you need since you now have the currency to upgrade. Guys, I'm back, and I want to talk about what upgrades to look for on gear, since we covered how to make currency through 2 or 3 income streams. So you're on your budget gear, right? You're on your Piscators, you're on your Escher's Mirror, or some rare shield. How do you begin to upgrade? So a Piscators is actually pretty okay to sit on for a while, and it's probably one of the last things that you should upgrade. Let me quickly find where my Piscators went. Here it is. Okay. You can see the stats on it. Pretty good. The implicit here is spell damage, and no fizz damage, which is fine because we're scaling pure elemental. And then it has attack speed, gives you the crit chance, the accuracy rating, 106% increased elemental damage, and we penetrate 5% elemental resistance. You see, I don't even have quality on this, which would boost the crit even more, and the attacks per second. So you can really just go pretty far. As you can see, I cleared a Cyrus with this. Not a mandatory upgrade. So first I want to talk about other things that are definitely upgrades. You want jewels with flat damage to attacks on them, so something like this, where you have light damage to attacks, light damage to wand attacks, cold damage to wand attacks, maybe some attack speed or life on there. The reason that works is because if you see our shroud here, we get 1% increase maximum life per abyss jewel affecting you. And we have 2 abyssal sockets on our bubonic trails, 1 on our staging advise, and the reason we're using abyss jewels over something else is these give a lot of flat damage. We can even roll crit multi on there, and you can get a 40 flat life roll. So look at my tree, I have some socketed in here as well, just lightning damage, multi, maximum life. You'll see here, cold damage, lightning damage, maximum life, wand attack damage. And now it's very important to have at least 1 different type. So you see this is a murderous eye jewel, and all the rest of these are going to be searching eye jewels. The reason is our bubonic trail gives 10% increased damage for each type of visual affecting you. Now, I know what you're thinking, there's 3 types, right? There's a hypnotic eye as well that I'm not using. Well, the reason is there's absolutely 0 good rolls that a hypnotic eye could give us, barring life. So we can't get any flat elemental damage. So using just another searching eye jewel is a better effective damage increase than this 10% damage here. So yeah, we're not fully utilizing this bubonic trail passive, but the reason is it's just not efficient. It's only efficient enough to use 2, and even then, this murderous eye right here, this is probably the best murderous eye you can get with lightning damage attacks, multi, and life. That regen life per second is literally the best other prefix you can have, because every other mod is useless for our build. So yeah, we're not using 3 types, we're just using 2. So the best upgrades and the things you should focus on first is abyss jewels. Now Justin, how do you buy abyss jewels for cheap? All the ones I see are so expensive. Here's how you do it. You go in here, type in searching eye jewel. This is to get the base type, right? And you come in here, you type in lightning damage to attacks, and we'll do wand damage, 2 wand attacks, get some lightning damage. We'll change this to account. We want 2 of these mods. Let's get cold damage to attacks. No, not a pseudo mod. You want to do the actual mod down here, and then wand attacks, cold damage to wand attacks, and then let's add an and group and have maximum life. Yeah, flat life here. Let's also add crit multi, just some global critical strike multiplier. Nice. So basically what we're asking for is, let's get 20 life. We're asking for 2 of these mods and 1 of these mods. on a searching eye jewel. And we'll just press search here. You'll see the first one we see is 1C. It gives us evasion too, which is pretty good. Cold damage and lightning damage. These are quite low rolls, so what you could do is go ahead and put in a budget. Like, hey, let's only spend 20C on a jewel, right? I recommend you spend more than that because jewels are really important, but let's say we only spend 20C. Let's sort by lightning damage to attacks. This one's kind of, and the mana's whatever. You see this one has an open prefix. Let's go ahead and message him and see if he'll respond. Oh, I have D&D on. Let's see if he responds even though he's AFK. So another one like this is pretty decent. Using Harvestcraft, you can remove fire, and that will guaranteed remove this bow attacks, and you could aug lightning, and that will guaranteed add either wand attacks, lightning damage, or flat lightning. It might add lightning damage to bow attacks as well. In that case, you just lost it 50-50, but it's only costing you 10C. This one's really good with an open suffix. You can aug cold to guaranteed get cold damage. So a lot of these, and this one's decently good for 7C as well. So that's more or less how you shop. You just kind of make a count here. You say I want 2 of these mods. If you want to put like thresholds for like how good the mods are, you can do that here. And then put life at just like 20, or if you want to get greedy, you can do 30 life. I'm not sure how many of these will exist. Yeah, I mean this isn't bad right here for 15C, evasion rating while moving. So you see how easy it is to shop for jewels. There's definitely more nuance to it than I just explained, but for sake of time, we'll go ahead and move on. What's the next best upgrade? Well, the next best upgrade is going to probably be your amulets, because this can roll damage penetrates 12% lightning on a Crusader amulet. So if you can find one with flat lightning damage to attacks and the pen, and it has an open suffix for accuracy, I'm sure you can find one for 30 to 40C. Go ahead and get this. Again, not as important as Abyss Jewels, but once you have it, go ahead and allocate Prism Weave on it. Make sure it's not corrupted or anything like that, and you should be fine. And then next upgrade would be your ring slots. And what matters most here is base type. I see a lot of Wanderers that message me. They're using like, I don't know, a 2-stone ring or a ruby ring because they need to fix the resistance, right? Which is a valid reason, but we can't afford to fix our resistances on our rings. Our rings are too important. So you see this one here has it's a diamond ring, so it has the crit chance implicit, and this one has the elemental damage implicit. These implicits mean a lot, and they're free, right? Like this implicit comes with every diamond ring. And it's way better than what a 2-stone ring can give you. So you definitely need either 2 diamond rings, 1 diamond ring, and an opal, or 2 opals if your crit chance is high enough. Another important thing is getting this conductivity on hit here, which is a Crusader and a Hunter mod, I believe, that you can get on rings or any jewelry, or no, just rings. So try to get a conductivity on hit for your ring. So now we've covered jewelry, right, like your rings and your amulet and jewels. You could easily crest about 10 million DPS, I would say, with using a Piscators and stuff. And then, now that we've covered everything else, I would say your wand is the next thing you can upgrade. So you can see here I have a mirror tier wand. It's actually been mirrored once already by another Wander player. So what are you looking for on a rare wand? Should you buy one? Should you craft one? I would say if you're not comfortable with crafting, go and try to buy one, but it will be marketably cheaper if you craft it yourself. We're quickly going to check how much a decent one is. So what's mandatory for an Abid one? Well, you need lightning damage. You need flat lightning damage. Just the, let's see. Yeah, lightning damage to, right here, the pseudomod lightning damage. We want at least tier 2. Or at least the essence tier. There's an essence that guarantees you a pretty high lightning damage roll. But we're just going to check this lightning damage. As you can see, tier 2 rolls 7 to 198. So to calculate that, you do 198 plus 7. So 205 divided by 2. And then round down. So 102 is the minimum lightning roll we want. So just to double check I entered that mod correctly. Let's see if any exist. No, so I did the wrong mod here. I think it's supposed to be lightning damage locally. Yeah, so that's the right mod, the local one. And then you're going to want spell damage on it. And again, it has the 35 spell damage implicit since it's the imbued one, so don't do the pseudo. Let's go down here and let's get at least, you want at least tier 2 spell damage as well, which is called glyphic. So a glyphic roll is 85 minimum, so I'll go into 85. So as you can see, just with T2 lightning and T2 spell damage, we're getting around 50 C. Oh, actually, maybe an exalt. These guys have already crafted stuff like multi on it, so what you'd want to do is you'd get this one for 50 C or this one for an X. And there is a the reason we're looking for lightning damage and spell damage is because these are both prefixes. And what you're going to do is use the harvest craft right here. Reforge a rare item with lucky, or it doesn't have to be lucky, just reforge a rare item, keeping all prefixes. So you'll see if we look down at these more expensive ones, these guys already have suffixes crafted, right? Like this guy wanted multi, a chance, and cast speed. He's probably playing a spell build here. But he put a lot of work for all these suffixes, and that's why it costs a little bit more. We're just going to buy a random wand, and we're just going to scrape all the suffixes off and get different ones using that craft. But as you can see, like not many of these wands exist, so you might be better off buying one and then just doing harvest craft to make your own. I could make an in-depth guide on harvest crafting and how I made this wand here, which is T1 lightning, T1 spell damage, T2 cold, T1 attack speed, T1 multi, with crafted crit chance and quality, with the attack speed enchant on it. That will be a separate video. I feel like this video is already going to be long, especially with that like 8-minute Cyrus fight. But just the general stats you're going to look out for are lightning damage, spell damage, and flat cold, attack speed, multi, and strike chance. So if you could handpick 6 mods, those are the 6 mods you would want. Again, just having 5 of those or 4 of those and 2 other decent ones is fine as well. But why do I have cold damage here for like a lightning build? The reason is you want to have just enough cold damage to start shattering enemies, which is roughly like 8 to 10% of your damage profile. So you can see on some of my jewels, like this one, I have cold damage. On my wand, I have cold damage. You want just enough so that you start shattering enemies. If you do too much lightning damage, you're gonna not shatter enough, because the element threshold as you go up in maps and as you start bossing, the element threshold is gonna be too large, and you won't be shattering enemies with your cold damage, and thus Herald of Ice won't be chaining and clearing the whole pack. Something else really important is if you look at my precision here, it's level 3, because you want to level it up just until you hit a 100% hit chance on both your KB and your power siphon. You see 100% hit chance here, and we accomplish that by crafting accuracy on an amulet, using an ice golem, which gives % accuracy, and then using precision as well will get us accuracy capped, or hit chance capped. So I hope that sums it up. Went over a lot of topics, probably a longer video than it needed to be, but just watch it on like 2 times speed or something, you'll be fine. Okay, awesome. Thank you.